Hello world, J-Bob the Video Game Slob coming back at you from a rainy, cold day here. But I picked this up 7:40 in the morning. J-Bob's tip of the day for you is go ahead and message people if they're having a garage sale. When you see that they put it up and say, hey, do you have any stuff like this? And then let them know you're looking for it because they're in the mood to sell and they'd like to probably just have it sold and get a higher price for it and get it guaranteed. So I offered 60 bucks for this. And she took it, and I was able to pick it up an hour and 20 minutes before the start of the sale. Unfortunately, you know, no cool memory upgrade in there, but I did end up with 2 gray controllers. There's one, there's 2, and a third-party super pad. I don't know if I have the clear one or not. So, that, I mean, either way, the local store doesn't buy those, and so those always end up in my collection anyway. The 3 games, Diddy Kong Racing, which I literally just sold yesterday, a nice gold Ocarina of Time, and another Super Mario that I sold yesterday. So these should do pretty well. I think I can probably get 80 maybe out of these 2 alone, and then I'll have a system and a little thing there. So I don't know, maybe I can get 100 bucks out of it, maybe 90 out of the whole set. So we'll see what I can do, but either way, cool morning garage sale pickup. Hello world, J-Bob the Video Game Slob coming back at you. As you can see, piles of stuff. It has been a crazy day here. It's the start of garage sale season, so I actually hit 2 garage sales. But then I went out, I had to do what I like to call adventuring, and so I had to go to some retail stores, and since I was there, I'm always on the lookout for deals. And so here's what I got. You can probably tell I stopped at a Walmart, picked up their free magazine. These are always cool. A lot of times they have a poster in them. I don't know if this one does or not. Picked up a second copy for my buddy, who always collects them like I do. And so, always good to have those. These were the Walmart special for $3. And I know that seems to be about the going rate right now, but I just cleared them out because at $3, I don't know. I know I have probably a bunch in stock from the last time I bought these for $4 a piece. And so I sold a few of them, and it was like, when you sold a couple at 10 bucks, you just made your money back so quick. So there are 3 of those. And last time I spread them around to my other video game store owners, and so they might be out of stock. So, you know, I might keep another one for my supply and maybe off the other 2 to local video game store owners as a favor to them. And so, lastly, this was 9 bucks as well on clearance, and so my buddy Dave said, yeah, pick that up for me. It's new, it's sealed. It's only like a $12 or $15 game, but he didn't have a copy, so I called him and said, I don't think you have this. So if you don't, let me know. All right, just another empty bag there. So GameStop is, as they do, doing the things where they open up a game and then call it pre-owned. So I cashed in $15 worth of points to get this for $4, and it actually does include a double-sided pillowcase inside of this. So this is new. Essentially, it's just been opened so they could sell it pre-owned. So I haven't looked anything into this. I have no idea what kind of game it is, but the guy said, just a heads up, ATLUS game, so $4. I'm not going to say no for that. Speaking of which, so then he said, oh no, I'm losing it. He said, as well, there was another one, and so you might be interested in that. And again, I have no idea. Man, the camera worked terrible. So shaky. On this one, and so this was, I don't know what, $1 something. So this one was super cheap. And so, yeah, because I cashed in 15 bucks, so I guess it was at like $1.19. And so the art book is sort of, I would say kind of depressing because it's not really, it's like a manual. Back in the day, we just called it a manual. Now they call it an art book. But there you go. Know nothing of it. Just another ATLUS game for dirt cheap. Speaking of cashing in points to get things for free, I got these off Amazon. I didn't know that they were all going to be brand new. But, you know, they were like 20 bucks. And so that's like the cheapest. I've seen Cars 3 and Just Dance. And so I forget, maybe Ben 10 cost me another 10 or whatever. But that soccer game that I got that wasn't the correct soccer game for the NES, I said, why am I always holding out for good NES deals on Amazon? I'm missing these hard-to-find games I don't want to pay real money for the Wii U. So let's put 3 more down in the Wii U list, and so that should put me into the 20s. And so when I was out at the GameStop, they finally had this game, which isn't in great condition, but I cashed in points to get this for free as well. So I'm down to like one last free game with my points, which it took a long time, but you know, good to have those down. And so very happy to have this one checked off the list. I now have both Adventure Times. Let's see, this was a 4 for $1 buy. They were listed at $1 a piece. But, you know, these ones that are like 2 sport games, I figure, you know, for $1, that's not bad. The local game store keeps telling me that he's trying to put sets of these together because he puts all 3 together and sells them for $10. So I'm hoping I'm just going to get my $1 back on this one, and these 2 will be free. I love Knockout Kings. This is one of the better Knockout Kings that there is. You know, great artwork on the cover. This one's dirty, but, you know, for $1, probably not a bad buy. This will never be worth $1, but my policy, if you haven't heard it on the channel before, is Scorched Earth. So when I'm at a garage sale, I just try to make a deal and buy every video game, because I don't even want anybody in my area that's competition seeing any video games at garage sales. I just want them to give up. A whole bag full. Yeah, there's some junk in there, but oh god, what do they call those things? Bionicles? Oh yeah, and a free, I should pull this out, Hello Kitty toy. So that's for my daughter. That was in their free box, and so always good to have free toys for the kids. Alright, that one's down. Back to the GameStop. So more of the $9.99 games. Tempest for the PS4. This is just a spec game for me. I love this game so much. It's so much like Pocky and Rocky. And I just bought Pocky and Rocky on this channel. So if you haven't seen that, go back to that video. Just great graphics. Like, look at that. The cover doesn't do it justice. And so for $2.50, I just said, you know, I've always been meaning to spec on that, but I've never seen it that cheap, so I did. Local little retail thrift store, 50 cents for Up Your Arsenal Strategy Guide. I already have it, so that's just going to be a flip. I paid 50 cents for this, but people have been wanting to buy these Pokemon VHSs, so, oh, and you know what? I did commit the cardinal sin. I didn't check that one. Because that was added on later. But alright, so that one's done. More of the $4.50 games from GameStop. Any of these Sedesco games are tough to find in Real Farm. People seem to like these farming sims. Picked up another copy of that because the deal was so good, and so why not? And No Bung Aga's Ambition. Again, the deal is really good on it. I already have a copy, so none of those were new to me. But whatever, put them in the pile. 50 cents each on the VHSs. If you don't know, these movies are getting harder to find, and so people are getting into these VHS. VHS collecting is kind of a thing now, and so great intersection of those two, so there we go. Oh yeah, what else did I pick up? I'm hoping the local video game store, it's kind of a pop culture store, sells a lot of Simpsons stuff. I hope he wants that for 50 cents. If not, I don't know what to do with it. I used to own it. I think I sold my copy to him. There's only so much you can do with it. This is another different one. I know I show this stuff off sometimes, but Fiesta cups. I paid $1 for the Fiesta mug. These are like $5. They're like $10 new. They're really expensive, but yeah, you can usually get $5 out of these kind of things. So stack up a bunch of them, and you can make a good deal on that. So whenever you see Fiesta ware, especially plates or whatever, buy it for $1. You can usually get 5 times your money out of it. It just takes a little bit, you know. You want to have more than one plate. Yeah, let's see. So this is another garage sale on the day. $1 for just a really nice shape Xbox 360 arcade. Anything on disc I'm a big fan of. $2 Batman Blu-ray. That was an easy pickup. The 30th anniversary. This looks like a $10 or a $15 collection. Definitely pick that up if you see it for $1. Oh man, people love Minions. Why do people like Minions? I don't know. I hate them, but there it is. My daughters love the Smurfs and the Hotel Transylvania, so this was just a family pickup for me. All 3 movies for $1. Yes, please. Oh my gosh, we're still going. Oh, here was another 50-cent buy. A little yokai watch. What do they call these? Oh god, mangas or something. Yeah, mangas. So 50 cents. That was a buy. That was the retail thrift store. There you go. Frozen for $1. Still like a $5, $10 DVD all day. Pick those up. This was a $1, but I didn't have it, so why not $1? Looks terrible. Yuck. Speaking about things for a quarter, My Horse and Me. This is a $9.50 game according to price charting at the time I bought it. So, good way to check off an odd but expensive game for the collection. This was off the free table. There's no disc inside it, so I'm going to take this down to the game store. He has a whole pile of those. He tries to match them up. Again, Disney movies on DVD for $1. Usually you're pretty safe picking those up because if you have a reseller that you work with, they almost always buy them. A quarter for the Pokemon book. Not sure if I have this one or not, but you know, I'm high on Pokemon kids books. They sell well on garage sale sites. They do well everywhere. Look at this. This is the slobbinest channel ever. You know, $1 360 controllers, always worth it. Very dirty as you can see, but that's the way you get them from garage sales. Yeah, Xbox One controller, $1. This was the very first garage sale of the season, and the first thing I saw was a $1 Xbox One controller. So hopefully that's a good omen. The last thing I did was spend $100. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get one of these out. There we go. I spent $120 on Lego sets. I called the local store. These were $2 each on clearance, and they had a minifigure in it. So I said, $2 each. Do you want them all? He said, yeah. And I don't know if I can show you the other one here. It's hard to see through the box, but yeah, there you can see. Set number 41451. It's Unikitty. It's like 100 and I don't know. Well, there you go. You can see it was $5, but it's like 150 pieces or something for $5. So the price ratio is kind of right. And so he said, grab those and pick them all up. So I ended up picking up, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 sets. I don't know how many Lego sets, but grabbed all those. And so hopefully I'll let him take them, and hopefully he'll kick me one each free. I'll keep them sealed, put them in my Lego collection, and see if they ever appreciate in value. So I'm way over time. Whole bunch of retail pickups. Yard sale seasons have started, and keep your eyes out on GameStop. They still have great deals. I'm out, YouTube.